Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Chloe, and if you want to see how I got this look today, then just keep on watching. So as you can see, I'm barefaced, I have no makeup on. I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that my eyebrows are on and my eyelids are primed, we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. So one thing that I have recently started doing, and it has saved my life, is I don't set my eyelids anymore with like a powder or a light eyeshadow, because ever since I've started not setting it and I've just started packing the eyeshadow on, it is way more pigmented and it's actually a lot easier to blend than I thought. So it has literally saved my life. So I'm gonna start off with this palette from Juvia's Place. It's called the Warrior palette. I got this probably 2 weeks ago along with another one from Juvia's Place. These two, and they have literally saved my life. Like, they are so pretty and pigmented. These are probably the most pigmented shadows I've ever tried. So this is the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. It's so pretty and colorful. And then this is the one that I'm going to be using today. It's like that. It's very pretty. So for the first shade, I'm going to go in this palette with the shade Mino. And I'm going to start packing that in my crease. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to use this brush. It is the Jaclyn Hill 37 Morphe brush. I'm going to start packing that in my crease. False alarm, I actually switched brushes again because this one's a lot easier to pack with. This one is BH Cosmetics 10. So now that we have that done, I'm going to go back in with this little brush. It's the Jaclyn Hill number 37. I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette in shade this shade. I've used it a lot, if you can't tell. And so now that I have this shade, I'm just going to lightly brush it and blend out the darker brown. So now that we have that shade all blended out, I'm going to go in with the shade, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. It's this shade, right? Oh, this one right here in the Juvia's Place palette. So I'm just going to put that up above the dark brown color. Now that we have that all blended out like the way I want it, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape and this little concealer flat brush. It's from Sephora. It doesn't have like a number or anything. And I'm just going to cut out a little cut crease, a little half cut crease in my eye. So now that we have that cut out, I'm going to set my eye with this shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette, this shade right here. So now that I've got that packed on the way that I want it, I'm going to go back in with this shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette and just try to blend that out as much as I can. now that I've got that, I'm going to go in with my Stila, what's it called? It's called the Stila and Glitter and Glow eyeshadow. It's a liquid eyeshadow and it's in the shade Kitten Karma. So I'm just going to get a little, get the little brush and dab a little bit on the lid, like that. And then I'm just gonna get this same brush that I used to pack on the, let's see where, come on. This brush is BH Cosmetics 14. I'm just gonna get that and I'm just gonna smooth all of that out. Okay, so now that I've gotten that done, I'm going to do the other eye off camera, put some lashes on, and then I'll be right back to do the face. So now that I've gotten my other eye complete and my eyelashes are on, we're going to go on to face. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so first I'm going to go in with the Hangover Primer. It's the Hangover Too Faced. I love it. I use it like every day. Well, every time I put on makeup, because that's definitely not every day. So I'm just gonna like dab it. Okay. I'm gonna rub that in. So now that that's on, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. Here it is. Okay, my favorite foundation is Born This Way Too Faced foundation, and mine is in the shade Pearl. And I'm also gonna go in with my foundation brush. It is the Jaclyn Hill 03 brush. That's it. It's a little kabuki brush. Okay, so now I'm just gonna apply this about a pump and a half and dab it all around. And because my foundation is too light, I'm also going to go in with a different shade and then apply that and mix it in together too. So now that I've gotten the other shade on my face, I'm just going to go in with my brush and just blend it all out. So now that my foundation is on, I'm going to go in with my two shades of Tarte Shade Tape in shade Light Sand and Light Beige, because this one's too dark and this one's too light, so I just have to mix them together. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with this concealer brush. It is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe in the numbers 08. And I used to use a beauty blender, but I've discovered once I started using the brush that the brush actually doesn't soak up as much product, and it just like blends it all out way easier, and you just don't waste as much product. So I've started using that, and then afterwards I'll go over with the beauty blender and just like tap it out to make sure it's not streaky. into the setting powder. Did not realize my hair looked like that. It's fine. So the setting powder that I use is Laura Mercier, and I use it in the shade Translucent. This is honestly the best setting powder I've ever used, and I have used a good bit of them. So I'm just going to go in with this and set it under my eyes really quick with the Beauty Blender. Now I'm going to go in with my powder brush from Morphe Jaclyn Hill in 01. I just really like to just honestly take it on as much as possible. I know some people don't like that. Some people like to keep it kind of dewy, but my face gets pretty oily and I just literally use as much setting powder as I possibly can. So now that my setting powder's on, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced bronzer in shade chocolate. Yeah, shade chocolate. And I'm going to use my bronzer brush. It's the Jaclyn Hill Morphe in number 02. So I'm just going to go in and just do circular motions to kind of blend it out nice and good. Like to pop a little bit of that bronzer on my nose just cause, you know, makes you look like you got a tan, and it's just, I'm gonna rub up under my jaw. Okay, so for blush, I'm gonna go in with the NARS blush in the shade Amour, and I'm gonna be using the Luxie 514 blush brush. The setting powder under my eyes. I'm just going to use the Jaclyn Hill brush in 05. And for the bottom lash line, I'm going to go in with the first shade that I started out with in the Warrior by Juvia's Place palette. And I'm just going to dab a little bit with the Morphe Jaclyn Hill 38. I'm just gonna barely rub that in. And now I'm just gonna pop a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes, and I'm gonna use Maybelline Great Lash. This is super cheap. And it's great for bottom lashes. I only use it for my bottom lashes because the spool is just really, come on. It's just like really small and skinny. So it's just really, it's a lot easier and it doesn't make your bottom lashes clumpy. Today I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. It's really pretty, and I'm going to be using the highlighter brush by Morphe and Jaclyn Hill in 09. up, just give my forehead that like pretty glow. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with this, the e.l.f. brow gel. It works, I mean, it's just a brow gel. It'll work just as good as anything else in my opinion. Like, I had the Anastasia Beverly Hills one time. It's literally the exact same, and this is $20 cheaper, so I highly recommend any drugstore brow gel over something bougie and expensive, because it's just not worth it. In my opinion anyways. You might have a different opinion, and that is perfectly fine, but I'm just here to tell you what I think about it. Now that that is done, lips. So I'm just gonna get a makeup wipe and wipe off my lips. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with the it's the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner in Candy K. This is what it looks like. And I'm just gonna outline my lips really fast. And now I'm gonna go in with the Morphe lip gloss in shade Pixie. That's it. I love it. I just got it yesterday actually. And last but not least, to finish off this look, I'm going to go in with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus and just give my face a few spritz. So that will complete today's look and my first YouTube video ever. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.